Hello. I thought I'd do some more allotment updates, but I'm going to try and keep them short this year because that's easier to do and easier to watch probably. So here goes. So here we are. It's April the 11th or something like that. Here's how my greenhouse is getting on. A few seedlings, all the stuff that's fairly hardy. Not got onto the stuff that likes it warmer, the sweet corn and the beans and courgettes and stuff like that yet. So um, yeah, lots of nice looking things. And down on the bottom here um, we've got 3 rows of radishes sown at different times and some lettuce. So yeah, that's going well in here. And on the outside we've got blueberry bushes, we've got gooseberry bushes, which are all flowering. So that's looking promising at the moment. It's very dry, as it is all over the southeast in particular, probably all over the country, but certainly over the southeast. Well, not all over the country. So yeah, look, very dry. So what I've done is I've cleared all the wood that was around the edges of the beds because I didn't really like it, and it's probably a haven for slugs as well. So I've cleared it all and gone back to just raking the soil onto the beds, which I like much more. So that's been one of my spring jobs. So everything's ready for growing. Really, lots of bare soil at the moment, but that won't be spare for very long. First bit here, we've got some tarragon and some bergamot and some salsify, parsley, chives, oregano, so a herby type of things. And I think this might have some pumpkins in quite soon. I think that's what I decided, but that might be wrong. And then over here we've got the purple sprouting broccoli. So in the greenhouse are the seedlings that I've just sown for next spring, and here is the broccoli for this year, which is actually doing really, really well. I'm not sure how clear it is to be able to see there, but having that for tea tonight. So I'm going to do some picking, but that's doing really well. Actually, with the dry weather, very positive signs for this year's insect population so far, which is good. We've had all sorts of we've had comma butterflies, orange tips. We've had peacocks, tortoise shells, quite a few, and loads of bees and other little insects and wasps. So yeah, that's looking good with it being so dry. One of the benefits. There's some broad beans. That's the second lot. And I've also got some constructions which are trying to enable peas to grow up. This is a tall variety called Magnum Bonum, which gets up to 6 feet tall, and also to protect them around the outside from pesky pigeons. So that's why it looks ridiculous. Then over here, the raspberries doing their thing, starting to come up, looking quite happy. More broad beans. Those are the first sowing, and don't they just look splendidly beautiful? I mean, I just come and look at these every day really because they make me happy. They're just beautiful, looking good. So, and lots more soil to grow things, more soil. Look at the beds, and they look tidy. They almost look straight, the paths and everything. Tidiest they've been for ages. And as I say, with it being dry, the weeds don't grow. So what I've done is actually I've transplanted some of nasturtiums that have seeded themselves, because this is going to be for the brassicas. So the idea is to, if any butterflies get near the brassicas, is for them to actually feast on the nasturtiums rather than the cabbages. So that's why they're in there. And then more here, we've got more broad beans. We do love broad beans. Some red-veined sorrel, which I sowed last year, which is actually a perennial. It's a form of dock, so I didn't know that. So when it went in the winter, I thought that was that, and now it's back and looking very beautiful and very tasty, lemony tasty. Over here we've got, this is the perpetual spinach, chard, again with me with these clever decoys to try and put the pigeons off, and then more peas with the same old thing. And then over here we've got the potatoes, which have been in for 3 or 4 weeks. Should be up quite soon, so some first earlies and some main crops. And then the tubs of garlic, which look really good at the moment. 2 tubs of garlic. The rhubarb, which is probably crying out for rain because those big leaves aren't going to wet themselves, and the leaves actually do look quite small. So yeah, that's probably waiting for some rain, definitely. My now triple composting system, it's all been happening this spring over here, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, and then quick dash over along the plot to show you quickly in the pond, which is I've put a load of wood around it to create habitats for, in fact I put all the wood that was along the beds over there to rot down and create habitats and little nooks and crannies for insects. And the same here, wood around here that will rot down. Loads of tadpoles are in there, difficult to see, but yeah, all is looking really, really nice. So there's a shadow of me saying goodbye.